going on, chat? Welcome in to the first Friday live stream of 2025. I forgot I was really loud, sorry. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Sorry, 2025? 2026. Thank you, Siren. Man, you know what? I don't really like Persona, but that song just gets the blood flowing. It fills me with blood. Hi, Charlie. Apple, how are you? Amarasu. Yeah, I did see Ameth gameplay. Holy hell. What's going on? Yorozuya. Sandremo, hello. Hello. Mage, hello. Wuchem, hello. Siren, thank you. Outer Wilden, hello. Oh, I'm so full of blood. Hey, Ryan Reynolds prostate. Hey, K-Colk, how are you? Ortrus, how are you? Earthshaker. Reniction. Valen. Hi, Luna, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thiago, hello. Jade, hello, how are you?
New Year's, so I have to be the first person to do the play free bird. Gag.
Well, now everyone knows. Thank you. Manny? Athar? You know I'm crazy. Yo, Hylian. Of course, how could I fuck that up? Alrian, how are you? You're gonna lurk today? What's up, Zero? What's up? Not much. I'm chilling. Just had a call with Emmy Evans. We hung out for a little bit. What up, Sir Breck? You were asking about something the other day. Won't you fly, Enzo? Zero, how are you? Welcome in. Manny. Emmy Evans. Yes. Hey, from Brazil. Serendis. Obrigado. Desculpa. Manda faca. That's all I know. So some fun things. You know what? Hold on. Is the sound, guys? I've decided to make these Friday streams even crazier. Hey, Jur, thank you. Happy New Year to you. I've decided to make these live streams even crazier. I've decided by offering up sound alerts on YouTube. So for instance, if I gift myself subs, there you go. The fuck? White Dragon. Hey, what's up? Did I ever react to the old Peas soundtrack? No. No. I don't. Well, I mean, I did because I played it, but I don't think so. Hey, Ahmed, how are you? Marco played the brown note, and I just shit myself. Uh-oh. How about this one? Oh, oh wait, I forgot I'm on YouTube. Fuck, I forgot I'm on YouTube. How about this one? Why do I have these bits? It's only on Twitch, I'm sorry. Hello there. Oh, this is the reverb fart. This is the reverb fart. Wait. This is the reverb fart. Turn up the volume. Oh, 0 bits. Pufferfish? Oh my god. The freedom motif? What is that?
Hello there.
No, I can't play that. What's awkward fart?
Mission failed.
No, I can't play that. I gotta get rid of some of these. Anyway, you too can have a fart noise for bits.
Hello, motherfucker.
Anyway, I have also turned on TTS for donations, which you're never expected to do, but if you feel like having your message be heard by the people far and wide, then by all means, you certainly can.
Bruh.
Anyway, so today we have a fun day. What's going on? I don't know. We're just listening to video game music as always. What else would we be doing? You know? So, anyway, there's no way that someone spends $5 to $10 on a disapproval message. You know? Anyway, I've had enough fun. Good morning. I could be reading. Why should I read when you can express yourself?
Hey, listen.
Okay, anyway, I've had enough fun. So, today, of course, we are going to be checking out, as always, as we do every Friday, we're going to be checking out video game music brought to you by the Patreon community. Thank you, Patreon community. Oh, no, I don't think they can, actually. Express yourself. 5 p.m., midnight. So it looks like today, let's see. Today we're working with some good stuff. We're working on some MadWorld, Kirby Air Riders, Tales of Xilla 2. Thank you for the new sub. I don't see a message. Metaphor ReFantazio, Pac-Man World Re-Pac, Pac-Man World 2, Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis, of course, from Space Potato, Suikoden 2, Ace Combat 3D Cross Rumble Assault Horizon Legacy, oh my god, I am hard, Beastieball, excellent, Splatoon 3, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, my nemesis, Stranger of Paradise, okay, Final Fantasy Origin, Spartan, you know, I've been talking to more...
Back on Twitch for 2026, mostly on YouTube.
Okay, well that sounds good. Thank you, Hydro. Spartan Total Warrior, Memento Mori, Neverwinter Nights. Fuck. And another... that scared me. Hi, Jade! And another Kirby Air Riders. Looking ahead, we've got some Yeast, Lacrimosa of Dana. Oh, Sunshine Coastline. Oh my god, next week is going to be fun. Fuck, stop. Oh god, this is a mistake. Metaphor, I may have to delete that. Another Metaphor ReFantazio. Good morning. Memento Mori, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Stronghold Crusader, Catherine Full Body. Howdy. Assault Horizon, Angeline Era, Myth, the Xenogears Orchestral Album, Xenogears, Marvel Rivals, Hurting. That's right, because those are like 50 seconds. Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4, D2, Crashed Insanity. Yeah, and then we got Hat in Time, Aliens Fireteam Elite, Koru Observer, Kirby Planet Robot. We're going to be very busy today. I'm very looking forward to starting this wonderful list in the new year. So we're very busy. Let's get started. Let's get started. So today, maybe we refrain from the hello, can you listen to Molly by Vigo? No, sorry. No, I can't. I'm sorry. Just because of copyright. And also today's a very specific thing. Have I seen Ameth's gameplay? Have I ever? Holy hell. I'm really excited about it. In fact, man, every gacha content creator is on that shit like white on rice. Easy views. I'm not doing it though. But actually it is pretty cool.
Eclipse! The world is mine to guard. Objective logged. Fly high! Truth, reach the cosmos. Blade cleaves the night. Herald, burst in light. Propulsion mode. Crash now! Body limit unlocked. The savior rises.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy, isn't it? Anyway. Alright, let's get started. Enough of that gotcha shit. MadWorld. Brought to us by Callie Tortayo. What about Dreglord and Balancers fights? Maybe we can watch those a little bit later. I would like to see that. Yesterday was a return to form. Yesterday was the first time in a long time I had a FromSoft video where people were claiming that I had pre-watched the fights. I haven't had that happen in years. It felt so good. It felt so good to be validated like that. That people were convinced because I was so accurate with my musical foresight that I had pre-watched the reaction, pre-watched the fight for internet clout. It's the best. It's such a compliment. Today, Where Winds Meet is holding a first anniversary concert already. Wow. Ain't It Funny from MadWorld. Japanese game, Chinatown sounding backbeat, Western aesthetics, hardcore rap music, Wii exclusive, and this song has around 25x the views than the actual game sold. What? What? So 3.5 million. Whoa. Welcome back. This is excellent because this is gonna end up on my my rap in video games video that I'm certainly planning. I mean, it's amazing how, you know, am I a rap aficionado? I mean, I've listened to a lot of rap in my day. I would say, okay. I would say it's pretty cool because obviously it's a fusion, and fusion is excellent. Fusion is always excellent. There is so much to be enjoyed here with the sound quality of the Arhu mixed in with the rap and the beat. I mean, this is so satisfying to listen to.
Funny. I get paid. More cash around this game. It's crazy. I get more money by killing these fools now. Ain't that funny? Look around, tell me what do you see? All on the tick now, get like me. It's a rap by the count of 3, and it's all being filmed on Shot TV. Yeah, it's me. I'ma do my best to rip to your chest, mangle your flesh, dangle your neck, fatten my check. I don't really care.
I think one of the things that I really like, and for those of you that have never joined us on a Patreon stream, I don't see any new folks here, but one of the things, obviously, if there's a certain tier where I do some breakdowns and stopping and starting. So the ones you see in green are stopping and starting ones, and then others are we just kind of listen and then I give some thoughts at the end. So if I'm stopping and starting, that's why. I think, you know, the more I listen to it, it's really cool. That's actually really cool. And I think the reason why it's so dope, I can't believe I didn't know this existed, is the fact that we take like two very specific elements and combine them and fuse them. And I think it is very cool. I just love this. I love this about the medium. I love this about video games. I love the fact that we can take two things, marry them, and they exist beautifully. The other thing I thought about while I was listening to it, now I haven't really been able to follow up with the lyrics too much, but what I find really special about the rap in general is the emphasis on rhythm and hit. And what I mean by that, it's not every rap song, obviously, but there's it's just terrific how much emphasis we can derive from rap and R&B, but mostly rap and the various variations of it. It enables us to really speak. So rhythmic speech is interesting because if you really think about it, we've had this style all the way back from classical music days when we think of the Sprechstimme. Sprechstimme, spoken song, spoken word, sung song, sung spoken, whatever, Sprech, to speak, Stimme, to sing, or song, spoken song. It's really interesting because we've had this for years and years and years and years and years. And what's cool to me about Sprechstimme and then the evolution into rap is that realistically, it kind of follows a similar structure. Whereas like Sprechstimme is, it's annotated in music notes as X's with lines. And so it's like, I went to the store to find the place to eat the ramen, right? That is Sprechstimme while there's music going on underneath. Now, obviously, rap is predominantly, again, I'm no expert in rap, but hip hop, rap, this is all emphasis on rhythm and the, explosive use of consonants and so on and so forth. And I think it's really cool how we are able to speak, even though it's rhythmic and toned speaking, we are able to speak in a more aggressive and also a more direct and more thought-provoking way through this style of performance and singing, rather than just speaking, which is fine. But this is another way where we are able to re-emphasize our thoughts and feelings. You know what I mean? Anarchy reigns. Kill them all. Oh, cool. Okay. Rap is about flow in the words. Yes. Marco, would you rather have $1 billion in one day or $1 in a billion days? What?
Respect, I just slaughter, don't be bothered. Watch where you step, it might be hot water. You oughta pay me now, cause right now it's about to go down. You die, get paid, more cash, I'm out of this game. It's crazy, I get more money by killing these fools now, ain't that funny? You die, I get paid, more cash, I'm out of this game. It's crazy, I get more money by killing these fools now, ain't that funny? Jack, he's a psychomaniac, that's right, it's Defo Psych.
Hey, brother Roger, thank you. Happy New Year, Roger. Just wanted to let you know I've been loving the Twilight Princess streams. Looking forward to collabing again this year. I will get to 500K. Hey, thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Hey, Jay. Hey, Jayhan, how are you, Jayhan? Aw, that's amazing. Thank you. Hi, Jayhan. Oh, thank you, Roger. I've been reading One Piece, buddy. I just got to episode chapter 101. I've been really enjoying it. Hi, Sabine. Yeah. I just got to chapter 101. I'm well, thank you. Happy New Year to you, Jayhan. I've been really enjoying One Piece. I'd already read I still think the first 100 episodes, or the first 100 chapters, the best part in my mind, first of all, some of the best villains, I mean, in any media, period. I gotta say, my favorite arc that I didn't reread it, but I skipped ahead, is the arc on the restaurant ship. When I get to the time skip, holy shit, there's a time skip? Okay, cool. Way to spoil it, you fucking... I'm just kidding. I'm good. Just teasing. I think the boat restaurant is the Barati is by far the absolute, like, just the most excellent of the arc. I will say Arlong's arc is okay. Is it Cocoa Village? Cocoa Village is really interesting. It made me like Nami a lot more because when you first meet Nami in like chapter, what is it? I think it's like 3. She's fine, but like I kind of am put off by Nami. Just because she's so like brash and she seems very selfish and very self-centered. Then obviously we find out why she behaves the way she does. But yeah, I will say the part about Arlong Park that was really cool was seeing Zolo really had. I think Zolo right now is my favorite character, which is probably not a super hot take, but I also really liked Usopp. Is this content? You also don't love Nami? I'm afraid to do this on the anime channel, but I definitely have a lot of opinions about that first. I think Buggy the Clown is so cool. Also the fact that what's her name? Ivalda, is that her name? The fact that she eats the fucking the devil fruit and she becomes like slim and attractive is so fucking funny. Alvida, I was like, wait a second, what is happening here? That whole, yeah, but honestly, even the first chapter with the captain with the arm, oh god, I can't remember any of their names, but I actually love that. I also really love Buggy's assistant, the lion tamer, gotta be my favorite, but also Zolo's first like sort of trial and first like moment of like, is he gonna be able to pull this off, is when he's fighting the second in command of Buggy there. I can't remember the sword fighter. So anyway, all this stuff is so cool. The lion, yeah, all this stuff is so cool. Hey Zavar, finally call your life. I'm going to talk about rap when I'm playing on repeat. I'm back to Rise by Mick Gordon and Omega Spark from Killer Instinct. There's rap and I gotta listen to Killer Instinct. Mihawk, yeah, Mihawk is yeah. Well, Mihawk is his and yeah, you're right, Jahan. And I want to tell you the one thing that I've come to realize from One Piece, and I've not, no, Epitaph, I need to. Also, welcome in everybody. I'm sorry, I'm like in a One Piece. I'm gonna make a video about this. The one thing that I have really converted to, that I love about One Piece, I've actually put down Tokyo Ghoul because I'm enjoying One Piece so much. I read like 3 chapters a day. Is the fact that Luffy, I used to think Luffy was annoying, but what I've come to realize is that Luffy is, it's like, has the purest, most, like, the indomitable spirit of man is of people, right, of humanity, is within Luffy. And like, Luffy always takes everything glass half full. And I love that about Luffy, because Luffy refuses to be tied down, or it's so inspirational. And I thought Luffy was really annoying at first, but I actually think Luffy is a genius, because no matter what happens, whether he's drowning, whether he's like, you know, whoever he's facing Arlong, a terrifying shark man, he still refuses to and everyone around him looks at him negatively. Everyone around him is like, what do you mean? What are you doing? Oh God. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when he shouts at, when Usopp and him are at the cliff head and he shouts at God, I love that character, the butler. I can't remember any of their fucking names, ADHD. When he shouts down, hey, what are you guys doing? And like Usopp's like, no, don't. I love that Luffy's like, hey, you know, Kuro, yeah, fuck you guys. You know what I mean? Like it's just Kuro's an amazing villain, by the way. So yeah, I'm just so and Usopp too. Usopp has this moment when he's fighting against one of Arlong's second and third in command, whatever, one of Oolong or Arlong's goons, and he says, oh man, he hides away and he tries to not fight, and instead he says, you know what kind of a pirate am I if I don't stand up? And he resists the kisses. He resists the kiss, and he's able to beat this pirate. And like, what an overwhelming feeling of like, you can do anything if you set your mind to it. And it's just great, man. I can't believe I was a naysayer on One Piece, but then I really have come around to it. I love One Piece. I think it's phenomenal. And I put down Bleach to watch it because one of my mods was like, Bleach is good, but like One Piece is amazing. So yeah, so I'm really, I mean, I like Bleach, don't get me wrong, but boy, it's too long. Well, of course it's too long. It's like 1,100 episodes, but I mean, like, but it's one of those things where if you choose to invest, hello Zectro, if you choose to invest, I'm assuming, even though there's a bunch of filler and stuff, that it will actually, it gives back. But that being said, I've been really curious about listen, my anime journey is just so amazing. I'm having just the time of my life. Anyway, sorry, was thinking about anyway, I really like One Piece. Have I watched the 4Kids English opening? No, I haven't, not yet. What are my top 5 anime? Well, I mean, I've only watched like 8, so I guess what I would say now is, so on Patreon, I'm currently watching Mob Psycho, and I just got to season 2, episodes 4 and 5, and I gotta say, those 2 episodes. Nah, that's all right, buddy. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. I appreciate you. We'll definitely do a collab here soon. It'd be super fun. I gotta say, Mob Psycho episodes 4 and 5 with the well, I don't want to spoil it, but like, holy hell, Mob Psycho is great. 100% positivity, fucking amazing. But in terms of anime that I've watched that I love, I'd put Fate Zero at number 1, I think. So Fate Zero, Witch from Mercury, no, it's on my list, classic. Fate Zero, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, this is not my order. Frieren, Violet Evergarden, The Witch from Mercury, Gundam, love that. Doesn't stick the ending exactly how I'd want, but it's still very good. God, I always forget. Oh, Gurren Lagann, of course. And I think that's it. I think that's 7. So if I were to rank those, it's tough because Frieren, of course. I think Fate Zero is by far my. Was I an FMA fan? Yeah, I fucking was. I read the entire manga. Oh man, I fucking love FMA. I think FMA is my favorite. Like, I haven't watched it, but FMA is probably my favorite. I would put FMA above Attack on Titan by far. I think FMA is probably one of my favorite pieces of literature, period. Like, yeah, I would say FMA is probably one of the best things I've ever read in my entire life. Like, and I, you know, I'm pretty well read, but I fucking love FMA. I haven't watched Castlevania anime, no. Fate Zero probably be after that in terms of anime. I love Fate Zero. I love History. Edge Runners is great. But I wouldn't put it in my. I'd probably put it in my top 10. But yeah, there's just so much stuff. It's hard to rank it. Honestly, I'd probably put Violet Evergarden pretty low. I got kind of tired of watching Violet Evergarden. It was a tough watch. It's beautiful, but it's excellent. But I don't think that it's a lot of these I would watch again, but I probably would never watch Violet Evergarden ever again. It's way too tough. It's way too tough a watch. It's really brutal. Really brutal. Yeah. It's draining. Well, it's draining. I mean, in the most beautiful way, but like it's draining because it's like constantly about death and stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry. We haven't even. Okay. In any case, let's keep going. Hello. All right, and hi everybody that's popped in. It's so great to have all of you. Welcome in. Sorry, I got super sidetracked talking about One Piece. Holy shit. I have a lot of feelings on it. Well, let's keep listening to Ain't That Funny from MadWorld.
It don't matter who's wrong or right. I just might catch you slipping. Getting paid is my intuition and my ambition. It's the brother city of the siege. More death, more cheese. Gotta get the paper. Meet Jamaica. And these boss on the Undertaker. And ain't no shortage. I can't be laid off. In fact, rest in chaos.
Actually, I'm really impressed by the Arhu sort of like electronic rhythm thing that's happening in the back. And I think, you know what's really cool is so the Arhu obviously is stringed instrument, so there's a smoothness in the style of there's a smoothness in the musical like sort of patterns of the Arhu there that really work well with this. So even though it's jagged, you actually get a sense of like cool rider. You know, like I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm strong. You know, I'm powerful, I'm energetic, whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
This game is crazy. I get more money by killing these fools now. Ain't that funny? Look around, tell me what do you see? I'll on a tick now, get like me. It's a rap by the count of 3, and it's all being filmed on Shock TV. Yeah, it's me, I'ma do my best to rip to your chest, mangle your flesh, dangle your neck, fatten my check. I don't really care if I got your respect. I just slaughter, don't be bothered. Watch where you step, it might be hot water. You oughta pay me now, cause right now it's about to go down.
Oh, this is Platinum Games. Wow. Super fun. What a great little track. I mean, it's just, this is actually something I would probably play for a non-gamer to showcase to them that the variety of music in video games. You know, I got to tell you the truth. One of the things that still kind of perturbs me is I really like it when we listen to things out of context and then either go back to the context or just like experience it without extra stuff. And I know that's like sort of antithetical to like video games because video games are a visual medium. But I think one of the things that happens is that there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in our eyes, in our brains, in our minds. We're constantly seeing things. And so what happens when we just listen? And the reality is that when we just listen, we're able to actually stretch our mind's eye even further, I think. Because one of the things that I think gamers with a capital G get wrong is that we need to, like, that I saw a comment today that really pissed me off. I was this close to answering because it wasn't about me, but it was saying that that music in games is basically like it needs the gameplay. It needs gameplay. And it angers me because that is such a limiting belief. That is such a limiting belief to say that video game music only exists because, well, obviously, yes, it exists because it's a part of the visual storytelling. However, it is such a massive disservice to not listen to it out of context. and create your own visual ideas. The beauty is that there is no right or wrong. When we listen to music, it's about what comes over us when we hear it. It's not about, well, this serves this. It is so, like, it becomes so small. Now, yes, you cannot have a game without gameplay, without visuals, without a TV. Yes, duh. However, to only view music, whether it's in games or otherwise, as a supplemental or supplement to the other thing is such a disservice to the emotional complexity and depth that we can discover when listening to music out of context. That's my soapbox. It's such a healthy thing to do. And even if you've already experienced the context, being able to then take a step back and be like, well, I want to listen to this. And it doesn't really matter. The thing is, like, as you sit, whether you're sitting with the context or creating your own story through music, you end up discovering so much more. And it's awesome. I can't disagree less. I think lots of music hits hard without context. It's about how you connect to it, how you allow yourself to connect to it, how you think about, I agree with you, but also a guy whose career is to listen out of context. That's true. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of pieces that do hit harder with context. I would never say that that's not accurate, but I would say that it's important to enjoy music, in and out of context and experience it. It's very healthy and very important, and I would encourage everyone to do it because there's such a world that you can uncover. One of my favorite things to do is to listen to music out of context, because you haven't seen me since Ultra Kill. Well, where you been? There's something so beautiful about listening to music out of context, and one of the things I used to do with Studio Ghibli music specifically is I would listen. So then I derive a great deal of enjoyment listening to music out of context first, and then putting the context, because I have my own context, and then I listen to it in context, and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit. I only say this to you because when I play games now, like for instance, someone asked earlier about listening to the old piece music. And doing like reaction content for the old piece music for Warframe. I can't. I mean, I can create a different kind of video about the old piece from Warframe's music because I've heard it, but it's actually, for me, it's always better to listen to it before, because the imaginative world that one can create before seeing exactly what is intended is it allows for a much, much vaster vocabulary of imagery and of ideas. Because then the context, that's what its intention is. But I think there's such a beautiful world to uncover without that, and then to attach it. Anyway. Sorry, I just blacked out. I also like the music as a way to people to decide how they visualize it, how to perceive. Yeah, 1,000,000%. I can think of at least one example where no context leaves you with the child noodling on a recorder. It's another song. I mean, of course, context always helps. Context is always, and especially certain tracks that it's like, one track can be happy, but then suddenly you're listening to it in context and you're like, whoa, I didn't realize that they flipped the script. Also, guys, if you don't know Jahan is amazing. Jahan orchestrated. Jahan organized the World of Warcraft concerts, and is a prolific musician who's also been playing through Clear Obscure on Jahan's channel. So if you don't know Jahan, you should. Wonderful person, delightful musician. Definitely need to check out that content. Now you remind me a bit of Tolkien's quote of allegory versus applicability. The latter gives a little bit more freedom for readers to find their own connections. Here's the thing, and Jared, this is a great point. I cannot read Lord of the Rings without seeing the cast of the movie, because I've seen the movie so many times. I think that's a massive disservice to the work. frankly, because while the movie is phenomenal and I think it's great, and you don't even need to read the book if you don't want to, there's so many things in the book that make it slightly more special. But I can't replace Elijah Wood as Frodo. I can't replace, Sam. I can't replace Sean Astin. I can't. I think that's okay. But I will say that to me, that's kind of a bummer, because I can't make up a visual identity for these characters that is originally mine. And that's what I'm talking about with this idea of listening. I think both can serve a purpose, but I personally, I think it's always healthy to have a mixture of both. It's fine though. I mean, that cast is very good. Don't worry about renovation. You're fine. Sorry that you're having to deal with that. It's basically... Mm-hmm. But I'm just talking anyway. I don't know. It's all, none of it really matters, to be honest. It's all like whatever. I'm not like that dogmatic about it. I just passionately love music, and I like to listen to music. Of course, when I was an opera singer, I would listen to the pieces beforehand and be like, oh, that's nice. And then I would watch it. And actually, obviously, the context always hit way harder. Of course, Madama Butterfly final duet is so boring out of context. If you've your first time listening to it, you not only that, but you can't follow the threads sometimes. But when you see it and it aligns with what's happening visually, of course, it's easier to combine the two. So, but that being said, the music is so good that once you kind of know it. And you listen to it, suddenly you see you have a map of the way the music goes and the sort of the direction of the piece, and then it's easier to digest. So then you can listen to it out of context. In the case of Madama Butterfly, and suddenly you're like, oh, I know how this goes, and then you actually connect to it more. So of course, context is so important. But I sort of push back. I push back on the idea that like, context is king, because I don't think that's true. I think context is important, and it's like that's the intended purpose. But I do think that it's also smart and valuable and healthy to digest and learn music without context, and then see how the context moves you or differentiates from your own context. It's a beautiful thing. It's like. Yeah. Hey, Joel, thank you. I remember the circle, but I don't remember all the context. Hey, I'm well, thank you. How are you? My health is good. I'm losing weight. All right, opening theme of Kirby Air Riders, Starlet Journey, English version intro.
Fire up your machine and feel
Yeah, you know, it's an interesting, lovely, cute. I enjoyed listening to this when I booted up Kirby Air Riders for the first time. I mean, it's such a lovely, inviting, welcoming piece. It's interesting because my instinct to say it's not that complex, but it actually is, because there's a lot of movement that's occurring with the strings, and then of course you have the brass in there as well that are really amping up the piece. And then, you know, there's a lot of unison movement, which I think is very successful at uniting the whole package as this like real display of a celebration of life, of Kirby, of whatever. You know, there's a really beautiful semblance to it that's really nice. I liked Kirby Air Riders. I haven't played it very much, but it's there, and if I ever actually use my Nintendo Switch, you know, I'm happy to boot it up and hop into it, because it's fun. And I think that's really what the key of the song is that there's an excitement, there's a sense of enthusiasm and joy, and you know, a celebration of not about victory, but about the experience itself, right? Like there's a semblance of like, man, life is great, you know, flying higher than the sky, and obviously it's like super 90s coded. Do we have a list of songs for today? Yeah, Tales of Xilla 2, Metaphor, ReFantazio, Pac-Man World 2, Phantasy Star Online 2, Suikoden 2, Ace Combat 3D Cross Rumble, Beastieball, Splatoon 3, Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin Story, Spartan Total Warrior, Memento Mori, Neverwinter Nights, Kirby Air Riders. Eternal Blue, you are next week. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. And also, everything I was saying earlier, I'm never going to change my opinion. I'm a Redditor. What can I tell you? I feel very strongly about that. It's okay if we disagree. We can disagree amicably. But also, you're wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Flora, lush and green, creating a work of art as you hit full speed. In the glow of evening light, our song hums along. A tailwind at our back, propelling us on.
Key change. No, this was that was Donkey Kong. That was Donkey Kong. They sound similar. This is a really interesting track because, as well as we get higher, we you know, the idea of Kirby Air Riders is all about flying and going fast. Hey, bird. And so in this particular case, we have this wonderful momentum as we key change and go higher. And in my mind, going higher indicates, you know, flying. And I love the sound there of, like, you know, flying free and being free and all this sort of imagery of freedom and stuff. It's excellent. You know, in a way, this kind of also has like modern musical theater vibes as well. It's very Wicked coded, kind of. You'll be popular. You're gonna be popular. You know what I mean? Like,
it flashes and fades away, far into the stars, getting warm rays of dawn. We will journey on through the unknown, into the frame machines lighting our way.
oh, nice.
Soaring high, like shooting stars in the sky, with some
I love when that. See, okay, here's how we avoid making it boring, because it's a very nice song, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily like the best thing ever written, right? I don't think that. It's like very pleasant. But then here you have this little moment where it's ba-da-dee, railroad tracks, ba-bee. Sorry, I shouted. Ba-da-dee-da-bee-da-dee-da. Is it a modulation? I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. So not only do you get a modulation, but then you get a re-emphasis with the break. That's really cool. Oh, sorry, railroad tracks. It's called a caesura. And what that means is, in the musical sheet music, you would have two black lines at a diagonal, thunk thunk. And what that does is, let me show you a visual. Caesura. And what that does is, it's essentially, it's a lift. It's a break. We call it railroad tracks because it pauses. Is it a caesura? Yeah, I just spelled it wrong. It looks like this. It's a metrical pause or break in a verse where one phrase ends in another. Ba-da-dee, ba-ba-bee-da-dee-da-dee. I mean, I don't know if it's a caesura in this case, but whenever I hear that kind of sound, I always associate it with a ba-da-dee. Ba-bee. Mobius FF, what's that?
Like shooting stars in the sky, higher than anyone who came before. Don't look back, 'cause nothing can hold you down. You are horizon bound, meant to be weightless and free.
Oh, caesura, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then it goes pa-pam, 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 bow, boom. You know, it's like real call to action and celebration. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I mean, that's what it is, and it's lovely is perfect. I don't know Mobius Final Fantasy, so I would be unsurprised to learn you have, but have anyone suggested? Many people have suggested Goddess of Victory Nike to me, including my wallet. I pulled Red Hood not too long ago, or like Roppy Red Hood. I'm trying to work my way through it. Plays in the opening cinematic of the game. This is Tales of Xilla 2, which I recently started playing. Like I start everything and never finish it. But it is on my list. Although I did bounce from Tales of Xilla and pushed over to Tales of Grace's F, which is I'm really excited to listen to that, to play that. Once I finish Yakuza Like a Dragon, I'd like to pop over to Tales of Grace's F. Okay, Song for You, plays the opening cinematic of the game. Thank you, Blueburn. Jesus. 3 months. Hey, Nerders. Ah, shit, I was supposed to talk during that. Fuck, I love that song so much! Man, I really like that. God, I've become such a fucking anime fanatic. It's only gonna get worse in 2026. So here's the thing. First of all, fuck the mods for counting how long I went on a tangent for. It was only 34 minutes, so suck it. Second of all, I really enjoyed that. So what I thought was really great about this is that the vocals are very, very gentle and very chill and very there's emphasis within the rhythm. But let's go back just a little bit, just so that. So it starts and we have this piano, right? Which I thought was really excellent. So we have the orchestral writing in there. To me, feels like, okay, this is the beginning of something new. We're changing the way that we perceive the world. We're focusing on how do we find ourselves and how do we find balance in the world and really take charge, right? But then the vocals start. Suddenly there's a shift. And that's like, I don't know, this is not what I anticipated. You know, how do I accept this as my life? I don't know. Like, this is really complicated. Upper register in the piano. I don't have a choice. I have to face my life. How do I step forward? Let me get this gorgeous violin in the background. See, this whole part is just kind of like thinking about like asking myself questions like, man, I don't know. What do I do? Well, maybe if I think about it this way, maybe I can be a different person. I can be better. Well, I don't know though, but like man, this is so complicated. And then we have this big shift where we have nice movement there that's doubled with the strings and so on and so forth. And so there's a unifying sound of saying, you know what? This is the classic anime tropes. I feel like I've already probably said this a million times about other stuff, but it's like, this is where we say, well, what are we going to do? Like, this is the life that we've been given. How do we take a step forward and own the world we live in? How do I own my own choices, my own decisions, and face them? You know, and that's really hard, right? But that's why you hear that sort of momentum in there, I think. I love this corner. Are you kidding? And it's like, you know what? No matter what difficulty I face, I will survive this. I will survive. Hey! Anyway, great track. Lovely track. Video games may actually slow brain aging. A 2025 McGill University study found that 10 weeks of game-based brain training restored cholinergic function to levels similar to younger adults. Action games sharpen attention and reaction speed, while strategy games boost planning and problem solving. Video games literally slow down brain aging. Gamers age about 10 years slower. Is that why so many of you in your 20s are so immature? Anyway. Metaphor ReFantazio, Warrior in Arms. I now see why this got Game Award in 2024. Having your videos on in the background, I think helping me with focusing. Been having a lot of progress on Dutch Shaska fencer character with hair like red chestnut. You're welcome. Wow. I think that's why I feel like I'm 25 even though I'm 38. You saw an ad for AI to play a game for you? That's a new PlayStation thing. God, PlayStation is really going down the shitter. I now see... Okay, wait. Is it... Wait, Warrior in Arms. Isn't this... Poppy Pop? Yeah. Okay, so a couple thoughts. I love this song. I watched you on YouTube for a long time. When I saw you live, I forgot that you have Twitch. Loved your live stream video when you played the old piece in Warframe. How's my day going so far? My day's going great, OBS. Thank you for joining. Thank you for popping over to the Twitch. I appreciate that very much. My day's going really well. I'm having a great time today with lots of really cool people. For the most part, some of you probably less so, but overall, I'd say that everyone is lovely. Is it muted? It's just you. I'm just teasing. Not the muting, but everybody being. Anyway, you guys are great. So a couple thoughts. Marco, I am a really cool people, or not so much. Am I really cool people? You're great, dude. One of the really cool things, you're great. One of the really cool things that I really admire about this particular track is the willingness to try something different. And here's an example of something that doesn't need context. Go ahead, fight me. But this track is fucking badass. You don't need context for this. This is such a unique, interesting sound. You can't help it. Like, there's something about us as humans. When we hear a track like this, it makes our body twinge. It sends us into this kind of like virility sound. And I don't know how people produce, I don't know how people produce this kind of visceral feeling of like it's tribal. It like taps into our like our primality. Like it's almost like this song makes us forget we live in a society. Like there's something about that chant that goes
Esperanto being a failed language about unity but still gloriously pushing for it is genuinely the perfect summary of the game's themes.
Yeah, totally. Arch Angelico's got great music. I've listened to a bunch of it over the years. It's never popular, unfortunately. I have to find ways to hide it in other videos so that people will be like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, Esperanto is kind of funny because it combines, I don't know, for those of you that don't know, Esperanto combines all of the Romance languages into one. And there was an attempt, I don't know if actual, like, I don't know the etymology of, or the history of the anthropological history of Esperanto, but from a linguistic perspective, it's kind of an amazing thing that they tried to unify the Romance languages together under one roof, and I think it's a bold choice, I think, to lean into this. Now I'm sure there are some contextual thematic elements that would make this, like, I don't know why. I believe it's Shoji Meguro. I don't know why Meguro-san chose to lean into the Esperanto style, but I think it's really unique. And if anything, it's just there because it is unique. You know what I mean? Like there's something really, maybe it's about unification, right? Or it's about unity, you know, or I guess utopia, which is what Ivy is currently shouting in my chat. I could see it. And I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's an amazing thing to have a Buddhist monk bust out Esperanto, and that chant really is visceral. I mean, I really do think that this sound, coupled with the Western qualities of the, you know, the back chorus, ba ba be ba 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 do pararita, because that's very classical, right? Like it's very rooted in like your basic classical writing. Pararita ba be ba be ba be. Not to go back to MadWorld, but in a lot of ways there's a similarity between this and MadWorld when it comes to blending and fusing structures. Now, I think MadWorld was a little bit more on the nose. This is a little bit more blurred, but you can still sense the combination of things. And again, a wholly unique and really a thing that is only found in video games. This audacity, which I know sounds odd to say, but I do think this is an audacious. I mean, this is by far one of the coolest tracks that's come out in the last 10 years. Like, there's been a lot of badass, awesome tracks, but this particular track from Metaphor is one of the most, if not the most unique, of the tracks that I've heard recently that have come out. I mean, it's like so on its own, on a little island somewhere, you know. Anyway, just waxing poetic about the track of this one. Ba-be, ba-ba-be. And even here, the way that we start, we lean into it. It's an on ramp for the chant, which is such a cool little detail, right? You see how? So we got the chorus, and then we go, you know, like. And then that's just scaling, right? That's just going up and up and up and up and up. And I think that's also really impressive too, because we have this sort of natural build up, right? You know what I mean? Like it's all just build up. And right there, I think also too, that's the part that really kind of sends the shivers down the spine. And I think also that, hey, guess babe, that also is really cool when we go, that's also a part that I think is really primal and really taps into the intensity of the power of it. You know. I do think it doesn't to its detriment. I don't think it really like ends, or nor do I, because it's a loop, right? It's a battle theme. Like I think that's actually probably my biggest point of like, it's challenging sometimes to try to validate games for like non-gamers, let's say, because a lot of these songs are just loops. They never really end. And I think that is actually like a pretty limiting thing to these pieces. Now, obviously, like you can't really, because I mean the systems in place in terms of the technology and you know how these pieces are created, and having a button and having different stems and so on and so forth. Good morning. But yeah, so I'd say like that's one of the biggest downfalls of game music, is that sometimes there's no like cohesive. To go back to my point from a while ago, one of the reasons why it can feel sometimes like music is like wallpaper, and like the game is the wall, is because they don't end, because their intention is to loop, and their intention is to be like in service of the game, which I know is in direct opposition to what I said earlier. But this, my friends, is called nuance, and I'm giving that to you for free. But it's complicated, because if the pieces ended, I think they'd be probably more impactful, because they would actually have like they would follow, sort of structural, so like story, like, exposition, climax, resolution. But in a lot of cases, these songs don't do that. They don't follow a certain pattern, which can make them repetitive and or boring, because they don't tend to just like, they kind of just do their thing, right? So it just depends. I think now in a modern era, we're much more leaning into the ideas that tracks do have beginning, middle, ends, and you do hear that more, of course. But certainly, I feel in the 8-bit, 16-bit MIDI era, we really that was not really being thought about per se. Not to say that it really matters, because they're still good pieces, and you can easily create endings, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, anyway. Really nice. I enjoyed re-listening to that. Thank you, as always. It's a gem of a piece. I think it's a really interesting piece, and it's a piece that I think people that hear it are impressed by. Okay, so we got Pac-Man World and Pac-Man World 2. Final boss theme against Toc-Man, a robot Pac-Man piloted by the ghost Orson. He was once an old childhood friend, but grew up to be a jealous rival, even wanting to become Pac-Man, hence the Toc-Man persona. If there's something specific I wanted to hear from you, I guess it'd be, what kind of character do you get from this theme? What are your own interpretations from the music? Certainly. After making amends in the last game, Toc-Man returns as a secret extra boss. Though friends now, he fights Pac-Man due to a misunderstanding over a missing birthday invitation. Holy stakes, that's colossal. Seems like he has some rage issues. A few fans were disappointed the last remake didn't have a remix of his theme. Here it is, finally. All right, let's go with Toc-Man's Lair and Flying Dark Shadow. You know, the essence of this is so interesting because it actually feels like almost quirky and silly. Like it feels like it's trying really. Oh, I better fix that. Hold on, my wife's gonna get pissed at me. She yelled at me for having a pillow back there. If I don't fix that, she's gonna be pissed. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. And I had to make sure I was at a certain angle. I didn't want to accidentally show you some ass crack because that shit ain't free. The thing that I find most playful about this is so it's trying really hard. It's trying really hard to be tough, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's very silly. And I think that there's a component of it that wants to be like taken seriously, be like, no, Pac-Man, you don't get it. You know what I mean? But the actuality is that it doesn't matter how hard you try, you always be inferior to Pac-Man. And so there's a lot of like, I'm tough. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think it's very playful. I love the harpsichord usage in here, especially around the middle area. And so there's a lot of, I like that because it's like stretching like taffy. Yeah, it's a nice little piece though, I have to say. But my interpretation of it is like, here's a guy that's like, oh, Pac-Man, I want you to, but it's like pseudo Baroque. It'd be like neo Baroque, I guess, but not really. I do have a question for you. From what I see, you listen to react to more orchestral tracks. Yeah, more or less. But how do you like songs from games with focus on music and vocals like Hi-Fi Rush? I'll listen to anything. The only thing I really don't like is acid jazz and country. Those are the two genres that I really kind of don't enjoy. Those are the two things I kind of am put off by. I won't. It's not to say I won't listen to them and won't have opinions on them, but it's not something I would naturally. I'll listen to anything for money. Well, yes, that's true. Within reason. I remember my first year, I was paid $400 to listen to music from a Roblox game. And everyone came to the live stream, including the composer. And it was rough. I did not have a good time. And from that moment on, I realized that I actually do have things that I like and don't like. And I remember I was also frustrated because the stream, I was there talking, but no one was talking to me. Everyone was talking to the composer or to each other. And nobody was like engaged. I felt it was the most ostracized I felt as a person with a like somewhat of a platform. Where like it was strange. Kelsey, I did earlier in this video, I watched it. But I already saw it last night. I'm very excited. Someone on Patreon recommend Marco the Crazy Bus song. Oh, I've already listened to that. That's in ranking the worst video game songs ever. I don't say that from like a place of ego. Like I don't care. Obviously you guys should talk amongst yourselves. That's exciting. But I literally felt like I was like listening to this shit that I actually thought was terrible and no one was engaging in me with conversation. So I just remember, and I kept trying to find things to say because, you know, I try to be professional even if I don't necessarily like something. But, you know, that experience was eye-opening. Anyway, yeah, so I thought this was really nice. But anyway, so acid jazz is a fusion of jazz and funk. So it's not actually a leak. Serious. Kelsey put the leak in quotes because Jeff Keighley leaked the gameplay of the character on his Twitter. That's just what Marco hates. Persona. I will say Persona 4's music is by far my favorite. Fusion of jazz and funk equals junk. That's funny. You know, I think my biggest struggle with Persona, though, is that I just don't know what the fuck to do with my time. Because it's like, oh, you have the afternoon free. It's going to rain soon. What should you do? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Just, like, fucking pick some. I don't know. And then I'm like, I should go to the gym. I don't know where the fuck the gym is. It's like, I got to go down this fucking hallway. There's no fucking signs on the doors. I'm probably not going to listen to any Roblox music anytime soon, just because Roblox is a problematic platform. So I will. I'll probably pass. First world gamer problems. That's immediately true. Did I already listen to Anchorhead Raid? I mean, do you count me playing the game as listening to it? I'm actually really stupid because I bought Persona 5 again yesterday, even though I genuinely don't like it. But I was like, maybe I will if I just play it one more time. I cannot let Persona go. I cannot let it go. I'm like, you know what also I don't like about Persona is the fusion of the personas. I don't really like that system, but I'm like, I gotta try again. 86, yes. I refuse to give up because I should like Persona. I should like it, and I don't. The fusion is your favorite part of the game? Well, we all have our mental illnesses. Just kidding. I'm just not a creature collector person. I'm just teasing. By the way, of course. I'm not going to lie, this is the most wow ADHD person has weird hangups about mechanics. I wanted to love it, but the teacher-student thing felt gross to me. Oh, I love that. I was just kidding, by the way, Yoda C. I hope you know. What do you mean I can seduce the nurse? Hell yeah, I want to. What do you mean my teacher wants to touch me? As long as there's consent. It's actually really funny. There's a show we watch on Amazon called Upload, and in the second episode of season 1, it's all about the digital afterlife. They are able to bring people to a digital afterlife that you pay into. It's like excellent consumerism, like late stage capitalism, where basically like if you want to go to the best afterlife, you can go natural and just who knows if you end up in heaven or whatever, or you can they perform an operation where they remove your head and they take your brain and they synthesize it into an SD card and you get uploaded. And one of the first episode, one of the main characters is about to have sex with another character, and they have to put these things. They're like, "Did you bring protection?" And he's like, "Yeah." And they open it up, and you think it's a condom, but then they stick these things on, and they go, I consent to this. This is so strange. It's just all stuff that's just sort of weird, and like food is made out of a 3D printer, and I love Upload. It's a great show. Anyway, all right, Flying Dark Shadow from Pac-Man World Re-Pac, which is the secret boss of this Toc-Man. Also, just kidding about, I'm not trying to seduce any nurses. You're excited for Wednesday? That's great. That's excellent. I'm looking forward to it too. I like all sorts of music. I'm not opposed. I don't like just orchestral. Orchestral is just where my expertise is. Hey, Camelia. So I actually like this much more. I think that the extra emphasis on the percussion and the drum set is really fun. I also think that there's way more drama and tension, which is really satisfying to listen to, and very cool. Oh, congrats, Dearsley. I didn't realize you had seduced a nurse. You ended up marrying one too, huh? Wow. Well, hopefully she checks your blood pressure for you. I really like it's basically the same thing we heard earlier, but with an extra level of, so because it's a secret boss too, there's going to be a lot more intensity, which we get from the percussion, which is fun. Actually, also adding the chorus actually gives it even more emphasis of danger and risk and like fear and tension. I actually quite like it. I actually like this more than the first version that we heard. Also, the piano lift like that, that's so much fun, Also, too, what's really cool there was a bop beep bop 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 beep bop 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 bop. Lots of triplets, triplet, 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 triplet. It's really fun. I like the emphasis in this piece. This one actually felt a little bit more chaotic because it's that secret boss sound, and it's really quite nice. It's fun. Yeah, I kind of want to play Pac. I've been in a mood for 3D platformers lately. I don't know why. I'll never finish one, because I just don't have the attention span. But Pac-Man World 2 has been, I played a little bit. It's very pleasant if you're looking for a fun 3D platformer. Hello. Anyway, so you got to bounce. I'll come back after the. Sounds good, buddy. Thanks for joining. You just subbed to the Patreon? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh my God.
Bruh.
Rayman 3 is is that one of the originals? What was the sound in the sound? It sounded like a clown horn or fart? No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear any farts. Astroneer? I don't know that sound. Your secret father. An angel from heaven, your voice, your hairs, your sense of humor, everything tends to perfection. I can listen to you 24/7. It will be more like a melody. Oh, thank you. That's a very, wow. Banned. Immediately banned. Immediately banned. That sounds fun. You make rockets? Oh, that's funny. I didn't know what to say. Thank you for the ban. That was a definitive ban. Definitive needed ban. Thank you for the ban. The mods are on it. Yeah, mods, if someone comes in and says something like that, I think it's fair to ban, by the way. I don't need that in my life.
Hi Marco, I've found a crazy Japanese symphonic / power / death metal band called Imperial Circus Dead Decadence. I think their song Yuta would be fun to listen to on your own time.
That
Hope
sounds...
you have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Let me write it down. That sounds cool. Uta? Cool. And then what was that rap track with Mick Gordon? Uta, Imperial Circus. Okay, cool. That sounds really fun. Back to Rise. Actually, funny enough, I had it in my suggested. Yeah, it's Back to Rise. I think Crownless was saying that earlier. Yeah, I don't mind compliments, but I do mind it if you're weird. So if you're not weird, you know. Anyway, we're all well. How are you, Luis? Yeah. Did you see Jesper Kid is working on a new soundtrack, by the way, for a game inspired from Heat? Which, if you guys have never seen, you really should. If you've never seen Heat, you really ought to. It's a tremendous movie. It's so good. But it looks like it's called Samson. I'm actually doing a really good job of not being on Twitter a lot. You're on your way to play football? Soccer, of course, right? But it looks pretty dope. Ex-Avalanche devs, so the Just Cause, Mad Max, story set in the 90s inspired by high-octane action movies like Ronin and Heat. Vehicles are uniquely handcrafted, real-world data applied to their real-life inspirations for authenticity and weight. Emphasis on player control of cars during drifting and chases. Civilian cars will feel safer. Sports cars very highly. Okay. Large vehicles accelerate slower but hit harder. Individual parts can break down and change how cars behave. Police forces will be measured response to corresponding crimes. But it looks, I mean, this is all we get, but like even this, like, I don't know, it looks pretty cool. He won't make dark type bangers forever. No, I don't think anybody can make one thing forever and ever, but yeah. He actually, that interview with him should be coming up pretty soon. Also, I saw that they're working on the Division 3, shaping up to be a monster. I love the Division 3, by the way. Love the Division 3. Go grab some lunch. We'll be here when you get back, probably. Okay, so now we're moving on to Space Potato. Lino per l'Idola. Huh? The Hymn of the Idol? Have I ever listened to the AC Brotherhood soundtrack? Of course. Brotherhood is one of my favorite games. I'm a huge Ace Combat guy. Phantasy Star 2 Online Neon Genesis. BGM for the latest raid boss in PCON2NGS, Ruin Luther, Reno Loser in Japanese version. The boss is highly regarded amongst players of the game. The devs made 3 different variations of him throughout the years, and the latest being its 3rd iteration. The BGM for this boss has 3 different variations that correspond to the time ability he uses: neutral, fast, and slow. Unfortunately, listening to it all would go over the time limit, so I can only recommend one variation, of which is the neutral one, gameplay included as usual. Thank you for, I know we're being a little bit stricter on times, but just because it's fair to everybody to have things within a certain time limit. Oh, also chat, shout out, by the way, to everybody here. I don't know if you guys saw, but like, so we've been repurposing these live streams into, what? Ubisoft, their stock dropped 90%. Well, I'm going to be honest. Enjoy your lurk. Ubisoft has made a lot of bad decisions. Obviously. Like, I have no love in my heart for Ubisoft upper management. That said, like, I do, I have a lot of, like, I really admire, Ubisoft. Like, it's made some of the best games of my childhood. I don't want Ubisoft to go under. I don't want Ubisoft to crash. I would love for upper management to fucking get with the program and stop trying to shill, cut corners and make every game the same and have everything in a stupid fucking the same universe. And like, God, when they decided to make the Far Cry 5 DLC with the fucking looter shooter bullshit, I'll never forget how stupid I was. Like, really? Far Cry? RPG mechanics? Or when they chose to, I don't even mind it in so much in Assassin's Creed, but I'm on the Assassin's Creed subreddit and people are starting to play Shadows after all the bullshit's kind of died down. Shadows is a fine game, by the way. I really do. Actually, I like it more than Yote in a lot of ways. I love the Japan that they built in Shadows. It's huge, obviously, and it suffers from the typical bullshit. But like, what really bothers me is that they just, the nickel and diming of a single player experience is so, like, we're in 2026. Stop. And, the RPGification, so in the subreddit, people are like, oh, I've started playing Shadows. I play it on hardest difficulty. I feel, Rick, I really have to be intentional about my actions, so on and so forth. I'm in the opposite. I play Assassin's Creed Shadows on really easy because I want to feel like when I'm assassinating an enemy, I'm doing it and it happens. You know what I mean? So my biggest gripe, I'm not one of these gamers who's like, I hope Ubisoft dies. I don't. It sucks that their stock has dropped 90%. But like, it's very clear that upper management cannot sustain this kind of a choice. They can't sustain that. And the fact that they continue to be like, well, this is a quadruple A game, the worst fucking game ever. Just shut up. Get with the times. Stop trying to appease your shareholders and start trying to appease the community and the players, because I bet you, if Ubisoft turned it around, there would be a lot of love for Ubisoft. Still, because so many of us that have been playing games for many years remember what we used to have with Ubisoft. And maybe that will never come back, and that's fine. At the end of the day, like, there's plenty of games that are coming out every day. It just sucks because, like, they just clearly got way too big. And it just sucks. Hey, Maury. It just sucks because, like, who remembers Prince of Persia? Who remembers Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood? And, like, shit, even Rainbow Six Siege. I mean, I've got 500 hours in Rainbow Six Siege. It's not perfect, but it's fun as hell. But even that's gone the way of the dodo for me because it's, they decided that they needed to prioritize the arena shooter format. So every fucking, even the house map is just a fucking boxy bullshit thing because, again, money, esports. It's like, oh my God, just like fucking. Anyway. Sorry. Again, I just went deep down. I was just saying this with my mate that was ex Ubisoft. It's tough. And then, too, with EA being bought by, Saudi Arabia, that's a whole separate interesting, I don't know what that means, but like, EA too, I mean, like, fuck, I think it's really funny when people tell me that I shouldn't talk about. There are some. Not that I give a shit about this at all, because I've been playing games like longer than some people have been alive. But there are some people, because I've established myself as a music channel around games. There are some people that will say stick to talking about music, or I don't really watch him for his opinions on gaming. I go to watch him for his expertise on music, which I think that's actually more fair than the first one. But no, I shan't. I have a lot of opinions about this stuff. And I really like video games a lot. And even though I tend to view the world glass half full, I still think that there's, I think it's important to have opinions about things and without being a whiny bitch about it. You know what I mean? Have I listened to much of the older Final Fantasy music? You mean before Final Fantasy VII? I've listened to a bunch of Final Fantasy. Yeah, yes. Final Fantasy is one of my favorite IPs. I would say I haven't listened to a lot pre-5. You want them to go down because they keep riding on the name of those devs who are not there anymore. I'd rather bury those games forever. It's definitely, that's fair for you to feel. No worries. God, Ghost Recon back in the I don't hate Wildlands Wildlands I actually like. Breakpoint I could do without, but like Wildlands is actually a fun game. I think. I still think Ubisoft puts out good games. I just don't think that they are like, it's just a mess. It's just a mess there. Anyway, we're talking a lot. See, I actually like this. So we do less songs during the day, but we get to talk a lot. And I personally really like that. I like talking with you guys. So the idea that we can hang out and have this be like a chill, listen to music, have a couple rants. Oh, Activision devs have it the worst. I would say yes. I need to play 6 this year, actually. Thank you for the reminder. I miss Westwood. Oh man, I do too. Oh, Westwood. Oh, Westwood. I thought you said, I read something else. I find I'm not playing Western-made games anymore, just Eastern ones. And it's funny, because then you'll get criticized for that, too, which is so stupid. As someone who's kind of an old-school Fallout fan, I have mixed feelings. Bethesda can't write, and it's disfiguring the license, but it allowed New Vegas to be made, and that was great. I heard a rumor that they're remastering 3 in New Vegas. That'd be crazy. You like listening to people rant? Well, I like having you in here. You don't yap that much. Control Resonant looks really good. I should play. Oh, so I have this list. So this year's actually pretty slow. Not slow, but like I have a list of games that I want to play. A lot of them are retro. And I'm actually going to add Fallout to that list, Fallout 1 and 2, because I've always been intrigued. I don't think I'll probably stick with those, but I definitely want to at least try them. But so here's kind of my list. Some are modern, some are older, but so FF6, this year I have to play FF6. I really need to play FF6 this year. Like, as a Final Fantasy fan, I feel it's kind of like in the same way that I'm playing Zelda. They're free on Twitch right now. Oh, on GOG? Oh, shit. Okay, good to know. I may already own them. Oh, Wasteland. Yes. But this year, FF6, I'm going to start episodic videos of Deltarune because I know those will do well. I want to go back to Ultra Kill once the new update comes out. Of course, I've got my gacha games, Wuwa, Enfield. That's fine. That has a target audience, which is some people here, some people not. Parasite Eve is a big one for me this year. Grand Blue Fantasy when it comes to Steam. The new Prey, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 through 3. I don't think I'll get to all 3 this year, but I certainly want to finish 1 this year. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Rhythm Doctor, Ace Combat, X, 3, 4, 5, 0, Assault Horizon, and 8 this year. This year is really the year of Ace Combat. Once we find out when it actually releases, I'm gonna play through all of those. Burn myself out on Ace Combat, not possible. Nine Souls, Halo 2, Suikoden, Xenogears, Xenosaga. I want to retry Persona 3 Reload, Look Outside, Omori, and then Fallout 1 and 2. Those are just like, obviously those don't include like the DQ7 remake, Final Fantasy, or Resident Evil 8, stuff like that. God Hand, probably not. Crimson Desert soonish, that'll be crazy. So yeah, yeah. So there's a lot. I mean, I really want this year to be one of those, you know how I'm playing Twilight Princess right now, and while it's not necessarily my favorite game ever made, I think it's really important to play these games, not because like you need to fall in love with them, but because as a person who loves gaming, I think it's really important to explore like the library and the history of what these games, like what has come, so that you can be well informed for what comes after. Especially like, I mean, there's so many good games out there that are much older than what's releasing, but I think it's really important to play. I think it's really important to play older games. Don't get me wrong, I like Twilight Princess, obviously. I wouldn't play it if I just didn't like it. I just want to be hip with a 2-decade-old discourse. Anyway, all right, let's listen. L'inno per il IDOLA. Okay, cool name. Holy shit. So this is interesting to me because I actually believe that I could listen to this out of context and absolutely have like a huge like emotional boner for it because it's so epic and it's so cool. My one complaint about this right off the bat is it's very, very, very noisy. It is extremely noisy. It's just loud. And so I'm thinking to myself as I'm listening to this, and I'm always thinking like, what are some good tracks that I could play for a non-gamer, whether they're a classical musician or just like a person off the street. And this, I want to say this is one of them, but I definitely think this is a sound for a gamer. You know what I mean? This is a sound for people that understand like some of the dynamics of video game music and how it's structured. I haven't heard any Killzone. I have. It's kind of a funny. Oh, I've heard Killzone. See, I don't remember shit anymore. Have I played or heard any Banjo-Kazooie? I think I heard the main theme. I recognize the main theme, but I've never played Banjo-Kazooie. Do you think it holds up do you think Banjo-Kazooie holds up in 2026? Like, do you think that? Okay, yes, you're right. Do you think that like Banjo-Kazooie is a game is that one I should add to my list? Like, is it a collectathon or is it like a platformer? You know how sometimes those are one or the other. Sometimes they're both, but like you can have one game that like, you're platforming and then the other one is a collectathon. People love collecting, but it gives me anxiety. I absolutely hate the Star Wars games because they give me anxiety because the Lego games because I literally like, where the fuck did my list go? I think I lost my sticky with all the games I want to play. Oh shit balls. Notes list. Oh no, here it is. Sorry, I'm new to Microsoft sticky notes. Okay, cool. I'll add Banjo-Kazooie to it. Let's go back to... sorry, I saw a question there, but I'll... Oh, sorry. This is crazy. That's so high. That's not, I mean, it's obviously not real. It's a cool looking boss though. I actually really like that. That corner is really cool. so high. What the? Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's that shit is crazy. I mean, I there are parts of it that I really like, and there are parts of it that I really don't like. I like how it's intense, and I like how it like really leans into the classical aspects of it, right? Because it's kind of exciting. It feels very like dangerous, but that's not real, no. But it's also so loud that it becomes very grating. And it's not it's to his detriment, because it's not like it's inherently bad. It's actually quite nice. But boy, it's aggressive. It's really aggressive. Yeah, but I mean, overall, it's nice to hear. I mean, you know, I'm not opposed to listening to things. You know, it's cool. Yeah, that's cool. In terms of games that I think would have the most replay value that I'd start to finish and just enjoy, the most recent, well, I mean, Clair Obscur was one I really loved. I'm a live service Andy. I'm a live service Andy, and I used to sort of be sad. No worries. See you, K-Colk. Oh, you listen to the coverage of Larians. You're satisfied with their answers on AI? Oh man, were they getting crucified at all, or was it pretty standard, healthy conversations? The game that comes to mind that I most enjoyed in the last like 10 years would probably be Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2 I played like obsessively. I loved it so much. Loved it so much. Also, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Loved. Lenny! Advice on a healthy way for me to play Wuthering Waves. Been playing every day since September, and I'm thinking of quitting before the Edge Runners collab even comes out, because I think I won't because I feel like I won't have enough to S6 Lucy. Do you think I should take a break or quit entirely? Oh my god. So you've played one game. Have you played any other games? You've played one game every day since September? So I think what's tough is that, first of all, why I've not played Disco Elysium yet. I don't a one game Andy, and you used to only play League of Legends and now you're only playing WoWa. Okay, let's start right there. I don't think you should do that. I think what would be really healthy for you is to find one story game that you want to play, that if you can afford it, and then one live service game. I think wanting to max every single copy of a Cyberpunk character for that collab is unnecessary. Especially because you're unhappy. Because if you're enjoying WoWa and you like the gameplay, then I think that's a different conversation. But if you're doing it with the sole purpose of getting Lucy to S6, then I think if you don't get Lucy at S6, you're gonna feel really defeated. And I think like that is a really bad feeling. And a terrible feeling. I feel FOMO because I heard the collab banners will never rerun. And this is inherently one of the problems with gacha gaming. But I mean, chances are you can at least get one copy of her. Why do you need 6? You know what I mean? And that's the trap with the 6 version, like the 6 replicas of the character. You know, you don't. And guys, let's not judge this conversation, because I think it's actually really nice that Alex asked me specifically, because I feel like I have a balanced take on gacha. I mean, but let's try to we'll be supportive. I don't think you can play a gacha game like Wuwa if you're constantly worried about whether or not you're going to get a character. So, do I think you should quit Wuwa? No, but I do think that we can't play a game with the intention of only doing it so that we might get a character in the future. That is not worth it. Ever. If you're playing it because you like it, that's a different conversation. But if you're stressed about whether or not you're going to get a future character, that sucks. It's true, you could just take a break and see how you feel, but I know that might be hard for you because you're afraid you're not going to get the character. So if you take a break, then that might actually cause you, but maybe taking a break is actually helpful. How many asteroids do you have now? Okay, let's keep going. So Suikoden 2. Unfortunately, there are no versions of this with real instruments, but it's really majestic for what it is. That's okay. I don't need real instruments. I like them. The Fugue. Praise be to my master. Whoa. Yeah, it was super broke. Take a break. Try a different game. A non-live service game. Play, Remember, playing a game is not to be a job. I find it so interesting that it's both positive and deeply scary. Like, it's both like, hail God, and also, what the fuck? Like, there's no in between. like on the one part, you feel yourself like, yes, I'm sitting in a church pew and I'm deeply moved by the power of the Holy Spirit. And then the next sentence is like, holy shit, the Holy Spirit has red eyes and I'm on fire. Like there's no in between. Hail God or else. Wow, cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. See, here's the thing. You could listen to this. You could invite a non-gamer to listen to this. And here's the funny thing. They would either say it's boring because it's something they've already heard before, or they'd be cool like me and they would say I can't even say that with a straight face. Or they'd be like, I've heard this before. You know what I mean? So I think it's really amazing actually that track comes from Suikoden 2. Suikoden 2 came out in what year? It came out in the year 1999 in the US and 1998 in Japan. And it's fascinating that here's a track that's so wholly classical, wholly baroque, wholly in the ethos of the classical music space. And yet we heard it in 1999 as some of us were children and we were exposed to classical music, you know? Like that's excellent. That's excellent. That's terrific. Like that's a track I would love to share with somebody who's like video game music and then be like, yeah, check this shit out. And then they'd be like, oh, I've heard that before, Buxtehude or whatever. And I think it's just the energy of it is just terrific, you know? It gave you the vibe of some entity drinking wine while sitting on a high throne. Yeah, totally. I could totally hear that. I think that's great. Cool. Really, I like that. Okay, Westerly from Ace Combat 3D Cross Rumble Assault Horizon Legacy. Goshina not getting the memo from Namco Sound Team to that's it's just a 3DS remake of AC2. Anyhow, let's the year of Ace Combat begin with something I don't think you've heard yet. Do I have much exposure to the... Oh, I'm sorry. I saw your comment and I just forgot to answer. No, I haven't actually heard a lot of Mario RPG, to be honest. But I certainly would like to. I think I actually... Did I buy it? I think I bought it because people said that the combat style was Clair Obscur. Like, it had a similar structure to the Clair Obscur combat style. So I think I purchased it, but I don't think I've ever played it. Yeah. Hey man, what's up? Demand just came from the Tsukihime vid. I'm guessing Garden of Sinners would be the natural progression here. I suppose. I'm down for whatever. All right, let's check it out. This is Ace Combat 3D Cross Rumble Assault Horizon Legacy, which has Sound Embrace and Fighter's Honor, two of my favorites. So I'm wondering if I'll attach myself to this too. Fucking go Sheena, dude. I like that. Bottom. Whoa. Again, I want to remind you again that this is, you know, quite literally a fighting playing game. And I think like this track is so emblematic. Now, I don't necessarily like this as much as Sound Embrace or Fighter's Honor, but those are specific melodic pieces which have different impetus and stuff. I mean, I think this is an extraordinarily lovely piece. And I think, again, it's like shocking that that this particular piece, you know, exists in a fighting plane game, which most people would view as, you know, kind of like generic. But like the reality is that Ace Combat has a shocking amount of story depth. And while, yes, the main event is fighting, you know, fighter pilots and fighter planes and shooting things down and blowing things up and all that other stuff, what this is emblematic of is the heart that this series really carries with itself. And while I didn't necessarily think this track was crazy or anything, I love the sense of heroicism in it. It's very John Williams-esque. It was very much like movie music. And while I don't think it has the punchiness of some of the Kobayashi tracks or Sound Embrace or Fighter's Honor, two tracks that I love, I thought it was really excellent. And Goshina definitely did not understand the assignment, because he went so hard into that. This is excellent. This is excellent. And the fact that it has, yeah, I know, a 3DS game, and yet Final Fantasy 16 couldn't get a live orchestra. I know, and I'm sure there's complicated issues for why that is, but it's pretty crazy. I mean, and that's the original sound that was in the... It's crazy. Yeah, you know, I've never played an actual flight sim. I did buy a flight stick over the winter break, and I became very hooked into Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I haven't actually played DCS or any of that stuff. Beastieball. Now that's Beastieball. We are, in fact, ballin'. Okay, let's listen.
Here comes up.
Oh! You said Jet Set Radio. I forgot to show chat this. Hold on, let me grab it. So your boy's been making moves with the Sega team. And look at these colognes that they sent me. Pretty cool. I'm not obviously never going to use them, but But yeah, this track is dope as fuck. Wow, mixed meter in here. Here comes up. Here comes up. Blah, 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 blah. Well. It is wild. The shift there is crazy. This is triple. I have it. He'll blow now. Here comes the. Here comes the. Dude, I don't even have words. That's actually crazy. This is hold on, Beastieball. This is that game. That game. Pokemon Volleyball. Jesus. And that's on Steam. I'm pretty sure it has overwhelmingly positive reviews too. If I recall correctly. Beastieball. It's only $17. Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. That looks really enjoyable actually. Let me just yeah, that's cool. Also, the music was excellent. No, the game's been around for a little while now. I don't think Nintendo's going to sue anytime soon. Really, really, wow. I'm just like so impressed. Even that music that we just heard in the trailer was divine. So that's fucking awesome. Yeah, thanks, Ivy. That was really cool. That opened my mind. Okay. So wait. Hylian, what were you saying? Splatoon 3 wishes. You said there might be an issue, or you're just telling me that it's... What were you telling me here? Performed only at the Grand Festival event that took place 13th to the 16th of September 2024. This song played for 24 hours on a massive stage. The main video Nintendo of America posted received over 1 million views, but this one with the performance itself should be more stream friendly. The festival grounds can still be accessed in-game, but only if you scan an amiibo featuring one of the idols. What? I said I fixed the issue by using a video that's not from the official Nintendo channel, so it's kind of... Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so this was in-game. I should play Splatoon again. I miss it. I haven't booted up my Switch in a minute. Damn. I will say, like, with all due respect, I find it kind of hard to get into this. Like, I've tried so hard to, like, I'm so, like, open-mindedly intrigued by this, obviously. Like, I want to listen to the rest of it. But one of the things that's kind of difficult is, like, it like pushes the barrier of, like, where my like threshold is for, like, this particular thing is fascinating because it's like Oshi culture and, like, you know, sort of like, it's just very, I feel like it's very niche, you know, and like the Splatoon music itself is you were actually there at the Grand Fest? That's crazy. That being said, like, I think it's fucking amazing that they're able to, like, that they've chosen to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I respect it so much because it's like a full buy-in into the, like, the world of Splatoon, and like I'm all for it. Like, actually, I started playing Splatoon, if you remember, for those of you that are new, I started playing Splatoon in like July, and I actually love Splatoon. Like I love Splatoon. Like, it's genuinely, like, it was at one point the only game I was playing on my Nintendo. Hey Juan, my Switch too. So I think it's pretty cool how, you know, this is like a full buy-in, and I just think, like, sometimes we are just not open-minded enough to fully embrace this. I want to be, because, you know, I'll never listen to this ever in my own time, but I still think it's kind of cool, you know. Like, is it Vocaloid, technically? It's not Vocaloid. Oh, it's actual singers? Whoa. It's a voice filter. Oh, wow. That's cool. Ah. For what it's worth, I've never had a long time waiting for a match. Hello, welcome in. MDL. Actually, I like this motif. I think, too, like, you know, the only thing that I also think is problematic with this is because of the, like, octopus underwater voice effect, or squid or whatever. I think one of the inherent problems is you start to not be able to, like, hone in on the, you don't get to hone in on the melodic pattern. Hey, Crowbar, welcome back. Which I think is a bit frustrating because I actually think that the musical style, like the music on display, would actually be interesting to listen to. The problem is you can't really listen to it because they're just so there's no like cohesive tonal center. I mean, obviously we're like suspending disbelief in this case, but I would say that's my biggest complaint about it is that I just wish that like I could actually like grab a hold of the motivic idea, and you just can't really hear it. That's my biggest problem with it. So other than that though, I mean, I do think it's pretty cool. We'll keep listening. Hey, Somnia, and welcome back. Happy New Year. What's Deep Cut? Is that a character? It feels a bit alienating. Oh. Oh, so these are all like the different teams that have been the Splat Squad or whatever. Because I recognize these girls from 3, I think, right? Oh, I thought they were all Squid Sisters. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool that they were able to throw something like this together. I mean, especially that's in game, and then we also get like a live version too. It's really cool. My complaints stand, but I definitely think it's interesting to hear this stuff. I just can't believe that they played that for 24 hours, but I suppose that makes sense. Cool. Let's go to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Seashore War. Loop is at 3. It's fine. Tropical Freeze OST is filled with such amazing tracks, but even then, IMO, this song still manages to stand out and become my favorite. Let us know how this song makes you feel, Marco. Composed by David Weiss, who I just started following on Instagram, and he followed me back. So I think, with him, with David and with Grant, what I need to do is, in order to get them to come on the show and interview them, I need to know their more of their musical background. Obviously, I've heard both of these guys here and there, but I've never like sat down and really like consumed it. So I think that would be really helpful because they're both like sort of really important figures in the music in the music world of video games. So I definitely want to reach out to them. See ya, bird. Yo, Viper, what's up? Jesus, this is fucking great. You're just chilling with some friends? So you came on stream? That's excellent. That was excellent. I loved that. It's so ethereal and elegant and it makes you think of like like a sunset, or like looking out at the sky and being like, wow, finally, like things have you know, it's like a deep breath. There's this release in it that's really majestic. I am so impressed by that. Yeah, I know Stickerbush is amazing as well. I've heard that, of course. But that track really felt like it was like, it really felt like it was an invitation to rest. You think it sounds like Hills Have Radiant Eyes? I mean, I kind of see it, but or Radiant Wind. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's because it's faster. Hold on. I did, thank you. I hope you did too. Hello. Oh yeah, yeah. It must be the 6A. Actually, low key, I kind of like this better. Donkey Kong, the Tropical Freeze track better. Okay, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. This song blew quite the storm over the internet when it was first heard. It was quite funny, but it's still a relatively solid piece on its own. Shadows Rising.
Thoughts race around my head to my fingernails. They keep coming like a hammer pounding on my brain. Gotta fight it, gotta hold on to my sanity. But there's a rage burning solely deep inside of me. I'm being swallowed by confusion, lost between the truth and my insatiable delusion. It's just my pride, or is it just a bunch of lies? I don't care, but I just gotta find myself a place to thrive. But I can taste it, the sweet seduction, an appetite for fragrant band is holding me to ransom. My state of mind is going blind. I'm losing grip of every other truth that I could ever find. I'm searching for a reason. My mind is on a journey, but I'm quickly running out of time. Storm is rising on my horizon. My fate is coming at the speed of light. Don't stay within the dark. When hope fades, don't walk away from the road. Your destiny awaits. Words grip me like the chains of a prison cell, cutting deep through the skin and my dignity. I find myself, I lose myself. I'm looking for something to hold on to in the darkness. But I'm never giving in, no, I'm never giving up. That's just how it's gonna be when it all goes down. Don't stay within the dark. When hope fades, don't walk away from the Lord. Forevermore, then stay within your heart. When hope fades, don't be afraid of the dark. Your destiny awaits. Head spinning with the storm raging in my mind, like I'm falling in a never-ending loop of time. Thoughts betrayed and leave me here in solitude. Nothing left now but the flames burning in my eyes. I hit the ground with the thunder like you've never seen. A super am like a fist of pride burning in my sides. And nothing's gonna take me down when it's time for me to stand and fight.
I like the middle. I like the chorus. I really could care less about the like I'm a simmer in my eyes. I'm a go like that part. I could do without, but the chorus itself is actually.
Going blind. I'm losing grip of every other truth that I could ever find. Is on a journey, but
Where is it?
just
Stay with me in the dark. You know why it doesn't hit? It's because it's the same note over and over and over. There's no variation on the notes. Don't walk away, Is it? No, I mean it's nice, but yeah, it doesn't necessarily it doesn't necessarily like move me in the way that that like Shadowbringers or something else, you know, does. All right, Death and Destruction from Spartan Total Warrior. Kremino, this was discussed with the mods. It was from one of my childhood games I used to play on the GameCube back then as a kid, a hack and slash spin-off made by the devs of the Total what? When you play as the Spartan and slay the legions of Roman troops in your way, this is the track that plays when you descend into the fray of it. What? Really? I didn't know this existed.
This is a day of destiny.
What? 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 Is that a Bugsy? That's a Bugsy emote? Who's a lowly tarnished? Speak for yourself. Speaking for yourself. Poor guy. Sorry to hear that. Dude, that is so much fun. What an excellent little game. I'm gonna find a way to play this. I can't wait to play it. Ah, man, that is so cool. Oh, I loved that track. Jeff Van Dyke is a beast. That's so much fun. What's my favorite FromSoft boss in terms of complexity of the theme? I mean, Ludwig the Holy Blade is probably always my favorite, to be honest. I know it's a little bit basic, but Twin Princes is pretty great. I do like Twin Princess. Okay, so Memento Mori, Valeriede 7, the Fire JP version. Valeriede used to be a kind-hearted teacher who founded an orphanage. She taught the orphans to be kind, understanding, and see the beauty of the world until the orphanage was burned down by the nobles alongside with everyone in it. Oh, okay, well that's unfortunate. Jesus. Oh, Ishin is the goat. This is that is why, yeah. Wait, I know this piece. Da da dee da da dee da. What is this? Chat, what is this? Da dee da dee da 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 dee. This is a classical piece. Chat, what is this? This is gonna bother me. Bo dee da dee da dee da. Not Christmas song, no. Not Green Sleeves. Shit. It's the wedding song. It's a wedding song. Not Ode to Joy, no. It's gonna bother me so much. Wow, I adored that. Are you kidding? It's Bach, yes, thank you. It's one of my favorite things. I love the adrenaline in that with the sitar and with the I don't actually know what the mandolin in here, I think, but the percussion and stuff when she hears that rage and excellent. I mean, really lovely. I think it's probably my favorite Memento Mori track I've heard. But hold on, so yep. Thank you for looking that up. I feel better. Yeah, I love that. That was what a wonderful. I would love to play that for a non-gamer, just to show them the way that we take classical and expand on it. I think it's always so fun. I enjoy it so much. Neverwinter Nights is an old D&D game from 2002. How dare you have to literally tell me what Neverwinter Nights is, as if I don't know, as if I wasn't playing Neverwinter Nights when I was a child. Hey, Callie. Yeah, there was a ton of different cultures in that song. Neverwinter Nights is an old D&D game from 2002. It being my childhood game means I have a lot of memories of the game itself. And of course, it's music. The main theme is quite nice, and since it's also used during the character creation, it's something I remember very well, and so I thought I should put it up. Hey, Katie, and welcome in. Yeah, Neverwinter Nights. I feel like a lot of us have played Neverwinter Nights. This image is so iconic, I think. Silver Palace? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I know. Oh, that reminds me, I need to play, what's it called? Planescape. I want to play Planescape this year. At least hop in it. I don't know if I'll like it, but like... That reminds me. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. My friend Amanda, who plays a character in Wuthering Waves, she raves about Planescape. So it's cool, you know, this is a pretty subtle theme, but I like that it takes us kind of on a journey as we experience you know, the sort of arc of the piece, and go into that trumpet section in the middle, and then we kind of have this choral thing where we pull back. It's very nice. It's God, what a trip down memory lane. I'm like right there on our old, like right next to the space heater, right next to the gas heater, sorry, in the corner of our living room, playing on my gateway, our family gateway. Bask in the nostalgia. Feels good, doesn't it? I think more than anything, that's the thing. Nostalgia is so beautiful, and I feel like a lot of us that grew up gaming are lucky. I think we really you know, got to enjoy some gorgeous stuff, and what an amazing life to be able to kind of grow up or you know, play games in the 90s and thousands, and you know, for all the poo-poo that happens in the game industry these days, I have to say that, like, I'm really thrilled that I live in a time where video games exist. I can't, I'm sure there would be other things that I would entertain myself with books or whatever if I was, you know, grew up in like the 60s or the 70s or whatever, but like being able to grow up now has been just such a blessing, I think. Like, wow, what an awesome time, you know? No, I don't know what that is, Sandremo. No rush, but yeah, I'll play Nine Souls. It's on my list for this year for sure. I just have to work my way up to it. Ooh, Dragon Age Origins. I need to add that to my list. That's on my list. Okay. Oh, Alice Madness Returns. Sorry. I'm like slowly making a list of games I want to play this year. Okay. Let's go. Oh, no, I don't even know what that is. Quite an old, highly rated space anime. Oh, cool. Legend of Galactic Heroes. I didn't even know it existed. Let's check out Barker Preen, More Kirby Air Riders. Starlet Journey free. Oh, this is the English version. Oh, so we had that's hilarious. So we had wait, what? Starlet Journey free and Starlet Journey. Right, two different things. This is the true credits theme. Sit back, relax, and be wowed. Well, welcome back, Cardboard Enjoyer. No stress. Oh, cool. It's so similar but so different. I actually like this version better. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, that's so lovely.
Like shooting stars in the sky, higher than anyone who can go.
Ba, 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 ba.
'Cause nothing can hold you down. You are hers alone. Nothing waves us so free. In the infinite sky.
I love that. Are you kidding? God, that's so nice. God, that's so nice. That's so elegant, so beautiful. And oh my God, I love that track. Are you kidding? Oh, I like that so much. That was so much fun. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that so much. It makes me want to go back and replay, start playing Kirby Air Riders again. What a delight. Ooh, it's so lovely. We had some, I would say today was a gold start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the tracks today out of the 16 that we listened to today were gold stars. So kudos to you guys. I meant to let you know that I know that for some of you who are not patrons here, first of all, you are so welcome to be here, and I'm so happy that you are here. I want you to let you know that on Wednesday of next week, so the second Wednesday of every month, we will be doing a community live stream that is unrelated to Patreon. So, obviously I can't take everybody's requests, but we are definitely going to work out a system so that every Wednesday, every second Wednesday of the month, we will be doing a community listening stream, because it's very important to me that that you all also feel heard, and it doesn't have to be monetarily, funded. So I have one system in place that hopefully will work, but we'll see how it goes. So, as always, these are amazing streams on Fridays. I enjoy them immeasurably. I hope you do too. Thank you for letting me rant and having such a good time with us. I'd like to raid a new friend over on Twitch, Rose Doodle, who I popped into her stream yesterday. Such a lovely person. So that does kind of end our stream today, guys. So thank you so much. I hope you've had a good, maybe this is your second week back from work. I hope you've had a really good second week back. My first week back from work this week. And yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. Let's raid Rose Doodle. Thank you, guys. Be well, be safe, have excellent weekends. And I will talk to all of you very, 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 very soon. For the raid message, just copy this. Marco says hi. Good enough. Excellent. Oh, good. All right, you guys. See you later.